Thank you, Larry, for that powerful statement. And now we're going to hear from the first of our two practitioners, Anwar Ibrahim.
Dear friends, and so here I am today to pay tribute to friends here and elsewhere who remain steadfast in their commitment to freedom and justice, to the great legacy of President Reagan's enormous contribution to the cause of freedom and democracy, and to say that I am proud, Carl and friends, to be associated with the National Endowment for Democracy. Freedom and democracy is no theoretical construct or abstract moral doctrine that may only be dissected and debated in academic halls or intellectual forums. On the contrary, it is part and parcel of the self-evident truth that would distinguish mankind from the rest of God's creatures. And it is as dear to us as the ruddy drops that visit our hearts and keep us alive. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice.
Good morning and welcome. It's good to have you all here to help celebrate the launching of a program with a vision and a noble purpose. The National Endowment for Democracy is, just as we've been told, more than bipartisan. The establishment of the National Endowment goes right to the heart of America's faith in democratic ideals and institutions. It offers hope to people everywhere.
When Ronald Reagan created the National Endowment for Democracy in 1983, he said, "I just decided that this nation, with its heritage of Yankee traders, ought to do a little selling of the principles of democracy. Only people who think democracy is for sale can love the National Endowment for Democracy, aka the NED. It funded Oliver North during the Iran-Contra scandal. It financed the people who deposed Haiti's President Aristide. It paid almost $1 million to groups that staged a violent coup against the democratically elected president of Venezuela. Hundreds of people were hurt. More than a dozen were killed. To understand how this can be called promoting democracy, you have to understand the purpose of the NED. One of its creators, Alan Weinstein, told the Washington Post, "A lot of what we do today was done covertly 25 years ago by the CIA." Ron Paul wrote, "What the NED does in foreign countries through its recipient organizations, the National Democratic Institute and the International Republican Institute, would be rightly illegal in the United States. The NED injects soft money into the domestic elections of foreign countries in favor of one party or the other. Imagine what a couple of $100,000 will do to assist a politician or political party in a relatively poor country abroad. It is particularly Orwellian to call U.S. manipulation of foreign elections promoting democracy. How would Americans feel if the Chinese arrived with millions of dollars to support certain candidates deemed friendly to China? Would this be viewed as a democratic development?" Organizations funded by the National Endowment for Democracy include Reporters Without Borders. As Diana Barahona and Jeb Sprague reported, it demonizes governments that the U.S. wanted to overthrow, such as Cuba, Venezuela, and Haiti, while downplaying the human rights abuses of allies such as Mexico and Colombia.